Brandeis this, like...
Right, Ryan was telling me about that, yeah.
So if you, like, would start talking about something and then, like, I kind of said that wrong, or I want to restart, just be like, hey, let's restart.
Oh, okay.
And just do it. It's not like there is, like, there will be, like, however long we're in here, 30 minutes or whatever, there will be, like, a cut of that, but nobody watches that. Like, this is just about the highlights.
Oh, okay, cool.
So,
yeah.
And they'll highlight it, and they're really good at making us look good. So.
Yeah, awesome.
Is that cool?
Yeah, exciting.
All right, you guys good? Yep. Okay. Welcome to the Meet the Team podcast. My name is Brady Jolly with Jolly Plumbing, Drains, Heating, and Air, and I'm with my friend Lex Pengallo. Lex is in our purchasing department. We're just going to get to know her today and learn all about what you do here and everything else, Lex. So thanks for joining.
Of course, I'm excited.
Yeah, so tell us, what's your job title here in your role?
So now I am a senior inventory supervisor.
Senior?
Yes.
How about that? That's awesome. That's
got a
recent too,
title.
right?
Yep.
Love it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, first, before we talk about your role here, let's just talk about like personal life stuff. I know you grew up around here and everything, but just tell us like what you do for fun, what growing up around here was like, what hobbies, interests, that sort of thing.
Yeah. So I've always lived in Newport. I still currently live in Newport. I went to NCC, which was a fun school to go to. And then, I didn't go to college or anything, but I knew I wanted to do something with the animal field. So I worked at a doggy daycare for a really long time. And my job was watching dogs in a room all day, every day. And it was really fun. And then I left there and I went to the SPCA up in like Coleraine. Yeah. And so I did that because I've always had animals growing up. And that was like a really big thing that I always wanted to do, was just do something with animals, But yeah, that's like, to this day, I'll go and volunteer sometimes at the animal shelter, just depending on like timings and stuff like that. But I have 2 dogs of my own, and they're like a handful. I tell everyone that I feel like I have kids, even though I don't have kids.
Yeah. What are they? What kind of dogs?
I have an old English bulldog. So he's a bull mastiff. He's
big?
Yeah. He's like 120 pounds.
Whoa.
I bought him off Craigslist. And actually, funny story, when we went to go get him, there was a post online, and he looked so small, and we were thinking we were getting an English bulldog, and I'm like, oh, let's go get him. I'm so excited to go get this English bulldog. And we go all the way up. It was like Fairfield, Ohio. We drove all the way up, and we walk up to this house, and this girl brings this 100-pound bulldog out, and I was just like, are we really getting this dog? And my boyfriend was just like, yeah, we're getting this dog. So then we took him home. His name is Dudley. But yeah, he's a bulldog, bull mastiff, and boxer mix. So he's a pretty big guy.
That's cool.
And then I actually, so when I worked at the SPCA, it turned into Cincinnati Animal Care. I guess Cincinnati Animal Care like bought out the SPCA. And then I got to adopt a dog for free from there. So I have a little pocket pit bull, and his name is Beans.
Beans.
Yeah. He's funny.
Either of them ever been on any Unclogged for Dogs videos? We got to get him in here.
I need to get Beans in here because Dudley's a little weird around just like big groups of people, so he would need to do a solo time for sure.
You think he'd be shy in front of the camera?
I think he would be shy. But Beans would love the attention. He'd be all over everybody.
Let's get him in here.
Literally like really small, so
nice.
He'll love
That's
it.
cool.
Yeah.
Well, the next video, you gotta bring him in.
Yeah, for
That'll
sure.
be fun. Have you been in any of our commercials?
No, I tried to do one time, but I think I got caught up with too much. But next doggy one, I definitely want to jump in on that.
All right,
one.
sounds
yeah,
good.
Sure.
You guys got to remember that. So, coming out of like high school and at Newcath and everything, then you went to Animal Field.
I did.
What then brought you into the trades, and how'd that happen?
Working at an animal shelter, I will say it's a lot of fun working at an animal shelter, but it's also, you see things that you don't think happen to animals. So like people just dropping animals off in the morning. Like you show up to work and there's just animals tied to the fence and stuff like that. So that was just kind of like, you kind of have to have like a really strong mentality when you're doing any type of animal work for real. But no, I stopped working there, and then I DoorDashed for a little bit, and then that was when DoorDash was really taking off. So you can make a little bit of money on DoorDash. And then I saw that you guys were hiring on Indeed, and I just applied. And then it was so crazy though, because Molly reached out to me, and I went to school with Molly's brother, and I've always known Molly. So it was just really weird that she reached out to me, and I was like, oh, wow, cool. I think I'm going to know a lot more people than I thought here. Yeah. So then, I came and interviewed, and yeah, here I am.
Of course, the Pengalas run deep in Newport.
Right.
And, like, I know so many of your cousins and
Oh yeah, and some
battled basketball battles my whole life with these Pengalas.
and some of them, like some people here will come up to me and be like, "Is this your cousin?" And I'm like, "Somewhere,
Probably.
yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of us, so I'm not really too sure, but
that's
somewhere."
Cool. So, what was your first job at Jolly?
Oh my gosh, I'm not sure what my title was, but I want to say I was just a warehouse clerk. So I literally was just organizing the warehouse and just cleaning up back there, giving people what they need, and that's all I was doing. I wasn't doing much of anything else.
And how long ago was that?
2 years now. That was 2 years ago.
So what, from when you kind of got started as like a warehouse clerk, and I want to say you were our first ever like warehouse hire to help Jeff.
I think so, yes, because it was me and Kent back there for the longest time, which is so crazy because then like it's just the way life has gone. Now I tell Kent like what to do sometimes. So I'm like, that's just so weird because he's cool. The one that trained me to begin with.
That is funny.
But yeah, that's literally all we did was just reorganize and just, you know what I mean? Like, just,
you guys had your hands full.
Yeah.
So you were part of that whole revamp of the warehouse, which has been, I mean, now I think that we have like industry standard, like
I think so too.
Industry standard in the warehouse. When you've been a huge part of that.
What
was, so from the start till now, like how did that progress and how did your job progress? And then tell us about like what you do day to day now.
Right. So at first, yeah, like I said, I was literally just cleaning up the warehouse, I would do like random like pickups at Home Depot and random stuff like that. And then I think like something happened with like purchasing and all of that. So then Jeff took over purchasing and he had so much on his plate and I could see that. And I was like, well, what if I stepped in? Because I thought it made sense. Like if I'm out here with the material all day, I know how much is out here. So what if I just took over purchasing? That way I could like keep it all matched up. You know what I mean? So then I got into purchasing and I want to say that's also when like parts running was happening as well. So then I kind of became like the parts running dispatcher, if you want to say.
Yep.
So then, yeah, I was like, people would call me for all their parts runs and then I would just set it all up and then send the parts runner on their way. And so, yeah, that's what I was mainly doing for the last, I'd say like year. Just those three. And then I took over snacks, so I order all the snacks and stuff, and then yeah, I just uniforms that as well.
Fun one.
Yeah. And then yeah, I just try to be someone who can just help anywhere I can because I think I have like a mindset of I can do anything. I believe anyone can do anything. So if someone needs a drilling machine ran to them, like I don't even care to jump in a van and run it myself. Like so yeah, I just try to help out everywhere I can.
I love like that is the exact mentality of our warehouse team and that is amazing and like you're a huge like driver of that. You guys are just literally there to support and help and are willing to do whatever and like there's never been anything we've ever asked of you or anybody else in that department that isn't just like glad to help, let's do it.
Yeah.
You know, we'll figure it out. And that's amazing. Like we need more of that. So I really admire that.
Yeah, and I'd have to say I give Jeff has helped me a lot. He's been one of the best bosses I've ever worked with. And he has taught me so much when it comes to like all that. So yeah, he really is. He really is.
So what do you like about your job?
I guess I like that I'm always doing something new. Like every day is a new day to me. So it's like whether that's someone's tools have broken or someone needs a new tool replaced or something like that, or helping Molly with something. Like I don't know. I just like how there's always just something new for me to do every single day, and like. You're just never bored here. I don't know. It's just, even if it's like helping someone out in the back, because it's like I've taken on cleaning up, just trying to straighten up the back lot as well. And like having those guys come out and help me and everything has also been like, I don't know, it's just like fun that we all like work together as a team to like get stuff done around here. So,
that's cool.
Yeah.
So what do you, like you coming into the trades, obviously I'm sure you had a idea of what it was going to be like.
Yeah.
And then what has it actually been like and what are those similarities or differences?
So I will say, just because I have been, like I've dropped done a parts run for every department now. And so I've seen like what they've been getting into every time. And I had no idea sewer install did what they did. Like I've shown up to just jobs and like 3 of them will be in a ditch and one of them's just standing there all covered in mud. And I'm like, what's up guys? Here's your stuff. And then I'm just like, all right, bye.
It's incredible.
It is incredible.
It really is.
What they do. And like, I've dropped off a lot of water heaters as well, or like we've done parts running for a lot of water heaters, and just how fast they can change water heaters when like you have someone bringing it to you and taking the old one. It's really impressive to see.
Yeah, a lot of times with the water heaters, there's more time involved in them getting it drained, going and getting a new water heater, bringing it back. So when you guys are able to just bring them to them, they can like, it's lick and split. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Back to how big of a help you guys can be.
Right.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
So what would you say are some of the things you've seen from our the company since you got here 2 years ago that have changed until now?
I'd say our communication as a whole has gotten better. Just with like our town halls and everything like that, I just think we have more, I don't know, like I wouldn't say, I guess just like more participation when it comes to like people putting in just like random anonymous little quotes, like just anything that has to do with like questions that maybe someone's kind of scared to ask. Because I've thrown in questions myself, and it's nice knowing that someone is listening to those like questions or feedback, and they're willing to like be so open with us about what's going on.
Yeah, that's really good. And you won some awards, didn't you? Didn't you win? Haven't you won an award or two?
I did. I won an ACE award. I won that.
Yeah, that's the big one.
That one was, I think, last year sometime I won that.
That was
one.
awesome.
Yeah.
So the ACE award for everybody listening is just like the ace of the quarter. It's like who people from the company write in to say who's been the ace, the number one person in the company who just is living the mission, vision, and values. And Lex won that, which is awesome. I mean, especially coming from your like position, it's like
I know.
It's like, you know, a lot of times it would feel like that could be a position that's just like in the background and overlooked, but it's really cool to shine through and like everybody sees that. That
really is.
It's really, really cool.
Mm-hmm. And then I also, I want to say I won one of the value ones not too long ago. I can't remember which one it was though. I want maybe Here to Serve, or I believe it was Here to Serve. I think it was that one too. So that really one was cool too.
So speaking of the you know, obviously the awards are our values. Mm-hmm. So we have the ACE award, then we have the value awards. So when we redid our mission, vision, and values like a year and a half or a year ago, is there any of our values that like stand out to you that you think like that you resonate with you the most?
I like the be the name value, because I think, I don't know, I feel like if we're all in a good mood and we're all just like, you know, joking around with each other, but we're still getting our work done and everything like that, it just kind of makes work not so like terrible. I'm not to say that this job is terrible or anything like that, but it's just nice knowing that like you have others that are supporting you and like all of that. So yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, you walk around with a smile on your face, and like when people are walking through, obviously this is work. Sometimes it's like challenging. We're not expecting everybody to be like the happiest person in the world every single day, 24/7. But when they walk through and they see people in the office smiling, having a good time, energetic, happy to see them, waving at like, and you do that, like that makes everybody's day better. So
and I try to make like even parts running. I try to make sometimes fun. Sometimes like I'd be like, does anyone need a soda? Like, we'll run you a soda out. Or if you need a water, we'll run you a snack. We'll run you a snack out with your order. Like, so I try to make it fun just so, I don't know, everyone's always happy.
Keep it interesting.
So,
yeah, that's really cool. That's good. Okay, so we have a lot of, like, culture obviously is very important here. We have a lot of company events. Is there any event or anything that the company's done that is your favorite?
So today's probably going to be my most favorite. This is my first time doing the trunk or treats.
Yes.
And I'm a really big Halloween person, so I take Halloween very serious at my house.
You do?
Yes. My birthday's actually tomorrow.
Oh,
so
sweet.
I'm like a Halloween baby, if you want to say. So, yeah, I set up crazy at my house. Like I got a 7-foot skeleton. I'm still working on getting the 12-foot one. I really want it. I got like a 7-foot skeleton, a couple other skeletons. We get a crazy amount of pumpkins from the pumpkin patch every year, lights everywhere. So yeah, I'm really excited for.
So you're going to be here tonight? Are you working it? You're volunteering?
Yep.
Awesome.
I'm excited.
This is a fun one. This is your first Trucks and Treats?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. You're going to love it.
I'm very excited.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, and I like watched the you guys like I guess posted a video from last year just over the last few years, and I didn't realize how many people actually like came to this event.
Oh, it's unreal.
Yeah.
Like 500 people or something last year.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was that
We're
much.
a huge crowd tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be
awesome. I have some family coming.
Do you have a Halloween costume yet this year?
I do not. I went to a Halloween party last weekend, and me and my boyfriend went to Salt and Pepper. It's
Classic.
very generic.
That's just classic.
It was very easy too. We literally just like cut felt S&P and just hot glued them onto the shirts, and I was like, we're ready to go. This is the easiest costume I've ever done. Last year though, we did. I was Cruella and he was a Dalmatian.
Oh, so did you have the long cigarette?
I did, and then I had a big. I used a blanket as like my big coat, and then I spray painted like half my hair and had like white in my hair and everything like that.
You guys go hard for Halloween.
We do pretty good.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And this is actually so growing up. My mom never got trick or treaters at her house ever. Like the whole time we lived there. So now that I've moved, I live down like more in the west end of Newport now. The amount of kids that I get for trick or treat, like I love it because I've never had to experience that before. So that's just really cool. Seeing all the kids and their families come around is just always a good time.
Yeah, that's a blast. That's awesome. So, shifting gears a little bit, as far as like, you've been to some job sites delivering parts, you hear about a lot of stuff that's going on. Is there been any like stories or anything that's happened that is like funny or entertaining or just different or even like touching or cool that's happened with a customer or employees?
Okay, so this was the day. Remember when I brought you out there and I was like, did you see that raccoon peeking its head? Yeah. Or I was telling you about it, how there was a raccoon. Don like saw a raccoon. Okay. Well, the raccoon, like, you were looking for it and we couldn't find it anymore. We thought he like left for the day. Well, that's not correct. Alan found him. So like upstairs, there was this little, so if you walk upstairs and go all the way to the back, there's this little drop off. And he was hiding in this little drop off. And Alan was like, well, I'm going to get him because he's right there. So Alan goes and he puts he's got this headlamp on and he's got these gloves on. Russell ended up coming out because we told him, we're like, we're about to catch this raccoon. Like, we're finally going to get him. Russell grabbed a trash can. And then we got Alex too because we were like, we might need somebody else in case it doesn't want to go into the trash can so that we could get it outside. So Alan's trying to grab it. We couldn't get it from upstairs. So then we realized that we could go downstairs and we could see him like through the board. So we were trying to like either almost like get the board down a little bit so he could just run down into the trash can, or he would just go up and Alan would grab him and like put him in the trash can.
Was he just going to barehand him with those gloves?
Yeah. And he had like a garbage picker up or two to try to like stop him. I was like, this is crazy. So I'm watching the whole time. I'm like, you guys are crazy, but I do want this raccoon caught. So I'm going to stay and watch. And then so Russell's trying to like get this little piece of wood down. And then I don't know what happened. I guess Russell made like a banging noise. And I have this all on video. The raccoon, instead of coming down, it jumped up at Alan and ran across Alan's legs. And Alan, like, sorry, Alan, but Alan screamed like a little girl. Like, he was so scared. And so the raccoon, you can hear it in the video. It takes off across the top of the mezzanine. Alan's running after it. Russell starts running after it. Alex grabs a broom. I mean, you should see it.
Oh, I want to see that video.
You need to, because all these people started chasing it. And then we had sewer install come in. They all had sweatshirts, like they were going to throw it over. So we were really working as a team. Right? Yeah. You can see everyone's defeat at the end. He, like, jumps over this wall and crawls down, and everyone's just standing there like... And I'm like, oh, man.
So after you left your job with animals, you probably didn't realize you were going to be dealing with animals here too, right?
No, I did not. But it's really funny.
Keep it interesting out there, right?
We do. Yep, we really do.
That's great. The last thing I wanted to ask you is, like, what is your favorite part about working at Jolly? Like, why do you like working here?
It's say everyone just has such a great sense of humor here. And I just think everyone's so funny. And I'm always laughing with everyone. But it's really nice that we can be all funny, and then we can switch that and get into serious mode if we need to, depending on if we need to get something ordered for a job or something like that. I like how we all, like, I have really good communication with the techs, so when they do need stuff, like, ordered for specific jobs or anything like that, like, they're working with me 100%, like, helping me find whatever it is they need, and I just think it's really nice knowing that you're not alone when you're doing, like, because I know I'm a purchasing person, but it's like if I don't know what it is that I'm ordering, like, I'm going to have a ton of questions for you. Yeah. So I like that everyone's very welcoming to all the questions that I have for them. But yeah, I just think we work with a lot of great people. Everyone honestly is really willing to help, even if, I have such random tasks every day in the warehouse that I need help with. Like, whether that's getting stuff thrown in a dumpster or whatever. Like, everyone's just so willing to help me out there. So it's like, it makes it super easy to help them because, you know, you help me, I help you.
That's cool.
Type situation.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, Lex, you're like absolutely pivotal to what we do, and like can't thank you enough for just like your mentality and willingness to say yes and just like living out our values. So thanks so much. Really looking forward to just working with you for a really long time. It's
yeah,
awesome.
me too. Thank you.